So we eradicate that emotional reason in Africa. But even if it's from Africa, we we um, we share it with you. We work it together for what? For the progress of human beings. You see? So all that make me come out from university and I begin listening to Mali. I used to listen to Bob Marley. I talking that was in France, huh? And that was in the 83, 84. But I did, then I really listened to Bob Marley. I did listen to Bob Marley before I came to France. And I checked Marcus Garvey, and then I checked Rasta through that. You see? To get to my roots. Huh? And I get to understand from there that music would be my new language. So I get in music. So I begin in song system, making song system with the black people that live in France. Reggae wasn't developed yet in that time, talking about the 80s, you know. What you had, Bob Marley came already in the 70s, and Jimmy Cliff, and then afterward you having concert, reggae concert. So we used to go to the concert, and the Caribbean black man, French black man from Guadeloupe, Martinique, Guyana, you see, we used to get together and then we check in that way the Rasta, and we begin to make in song system. And with the song system, we begin to organize ourselves. We begin to take this language, music, like our new language. And then we become to make the song system. We make, how you call it, craft, artisani, craft, those things, t-shirts and posters, and so we used to sell all those things in the sound system. Ital food. We used to, so we began making like that dub plates. We go from Paris to England, and there we fabricate our dub plate, and we come back again and make every Friday the sound system. And every time, every Saturday in the morning, we go to buy a microphone, things to construct a studio. And that's the way we begin to make in a studio. And that's the way we begin to make in the first time. We have, we used to have the 5-2 as a single. Then you have the song in front, and then you have the instrumental part in the other side. A and B. A, see? And we used to make compilation. And in the time I used to work with a roots group of Rasta. And in the time, well, I begin to make my own. Then in the 90s, I get to make my own band. And I meet a rock and roll group that named Mano Negra. That when the famous band that they called Manu Chao, you see. And I used to sing reggae in Spanish because my idea was to create my own song. See? I used to sing reggae in Spanish, and they was interested of what I was doing, and they invite me to work with them. So I work with them, and I make one album. The last album they make, that the name Casa Babylon. That album sell about millions in the world. It's a great push for Ayman, that people get to know me around the world. You see, I co-write her in one of these songs in Elala Clan. And after that group, I construct my own group and make my own song. So I make afterward an album, 5 titles, named Escucha Familia. I work with that album, and afterward I make this album that give me the most experience now. With all my experience now, to control completely um, from the creation of the album, the production of the album, and the distribution of the album. That is what this album now represent, like how you say, self-control. Get this album.
I want you to talk a little bit about self-control. I want you to talk a little bit about independence and how that correlates with us here in South America, autonomous region. Even today, I try to express to our people how important it is to have autonomy.
Well, the first thing, if you have autonomy, you don't have people that are going to tell you what you have to do and what you don't have to do. And when you want to you create the way you want, you don't have no introduction to make the words then you want to make an album, you know, and you defend your album. But for that, you need unity. Everybody have to do what they know to do. You have an engineer, you work like an engineer. You have a toaster, you work like a toaster. You have a singer, you work like a singer. You have a musician, a battery man, a drummer. You have a guitar man. You work like, you know. And everybody is in the same objective, is to be independent. Okay. And with that, forget really the control of independent. And right now with the new technology, help you a lot. Internet. See? Because in America, you have a lot of independent labels. Because the idea of independent, that they beat you, and they can beat you in the street, say, but they cannot beat you in the air. That means all the big labels like Virgin, like Universal, all of them people, they control all the business in the distribution, the classic distribution we had before. You see, they exploit a lot, and from that now the independent get in the air, like say with internet. So the internet, we don't need to go to sign a contract with a big label. We make our album and we distribute it in independent label like CD Baby. CD Baby is a big distribution. See? So no, we don't need to go to the classic distribution. We could check CD Baby. You just pay a little money in the beginning to inscribe yourself there, and when you make an album, you just send it to them, and you sell it. They sell it for you. You see, and they give you the money, the 100% of the money. You see, but first time with a classic distribution, they take 60% and they give the artist 40%. When they send one album, they split the 100%. They say 60 for you and 40 for the artist. So always they was making more money. But an independent artist have to understand that he always have to do himself the publicity, like making flyers, sticking up posters, and all around, go to bars, them, street, schools, and all around giving flyers, giving them, sticking posters, and also get connection with some newspaper, so they could make an article for you. See? And they call that press release. And you have that a lot of that in the internet. You check press release, and then what is a press release is what you're going to what is your project, what you're going to present right now. Okay, we're going to present this, and we're making a new album, and this album contains this music, and now we're going to distribute it in different places, and we will have will have a tour, and all those things you write around,